Well, hello Kia owners. Today I'm going to show you how to replace your spark plugs. This is really easy to do. Don't pay somebody else to do it. It only takes a couple of simple tools. But before we get started, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel where you'll see more Kia DIY repair videos. But before we get started, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell. Believe it or not, this really helps me to continue making these videos. Okay, well, what I have is a 2016 Kia Soul. It has a 1.6 engine in it, and it's an automatic. Hopefully your engine's been sitting so it's not hot. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take off this plastic cover. This plastic cover is made out of plastic, so be careful when you remove it. There's 2 clips in the front and 2 clips in the back. All you have to do is grab the front and lightly pull up on each corner, and it should pop up. Pull straight up on the front and pull straight up on the back. You can see the 4 nipples that the cover snaps into. Next, you're going to take your 10mm socket and you're going to remove 4 bolts that are next to the ignition coil. As you can see, the red arrows are pointed to the locations. While we have a moment here, don't forget to check out my other Kia DIY repair videos. Just click above on the right hand corner, it'll take you there. As you can see, I have all 4 bolts removed. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove the coil packs. I was really surprised how easy these things came out. Now the first 3 from left to right are easy to remove. But the last one on the right side, you have this wire blocking the way. So we're going to have to remove this clip. This clip is really easy to remove. Now to remove this plug, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look for this little lever and you're going to press on the side and you're going to hear it click. Once you hear it click, you can remove the plug. Watch the video and listen to it click. That's what you want to hear. Once you hear the click, go ahead and remove the plug. Now that you have your coil packs out of the way, we can start to remove the spark plugs. And the tool you're going to use is a 5/8 socket. Now I have a long 5/8 spark plug socket. They're only about $4 or $5. You can pick one up at Harbor Freight. Have a small extension and a ratchet. If you look down the cylinder, you can see the top of the spark plug. All you have to do is just stick your spark plug socket down there and remove it, as shown. Just a little side note, make sure when you remove your spark plug that you don't drop anything in that hole. That hole is where your piston's at. If you drop anything in there, you're going to have a big problem on your hands. But no worries, I know you're not going to drop anything in there. I think these are the original spark plugs. My Kia wasn't missing or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure that I had some good spark plugs in there, and I'm glad I removed them and replacing them with new ones. Okay, my new plugs are recommended factory plugs. They run about $10 each, and of course you're gonna need 4 of them. Don't go cheap on spark plugs. I know there are cheaper ones out there, but think about it. You're saving a lot of money on doing the tune-up yourself, so you can afford to spend a little more for the factory plugs. Here's the serial number if you want to get them on eBay or your local parts store. Okay, here's a little inside tip. Every time I buy spark plugs from a part place, they always say the gap is set already. And to this day, I've never bought a spark plug where the gap was already set for my car correctly. The gap setting on the spark plug between 40 thousandths and 44 thousandths is what I've read. I called a couple of parts dealerships and they were saying 40 thousandths. So I'm going to go with 40 thousandths. As you can see here, I know it's a little hard to notice, but this spark plug, or all the 4 spark plugs, were set at 29 thousandths. So I need to open up the gap a little bit more to achieve 40 thousandths. As you can see here now, I have this now adjusted to 40 thousandths. Be careful when you're bending that little bar that's on top of the spark plug, and whatever you do, don't touch that pointy end. If you chip it or break it, you might as well buy another spark plug. Now that you have the gap set correctly on all 4 spark plugs, we can now go ahead and reinstall the new spark plug. It's the same procedure as removing it, just go ahead and just re-screw it in there. When you tighten it down, don't crank down on it hard. Just get it snug really good, not too tight. Remember, you're screwing in steel into aluminum. Your engine head is made out of aluminum, so you don't want to strip those threads. Once you've had that done, repeat the same process to the other 3. See, this is why you want a long socket. In case the extension pops out, you'll be able to pull it out with your hand. Now that we have all 4 of the spark plugs in place, we're now going to plug in the coil packs. Now when you put the coil packs in, typically when you put it in, you'll feel a snap going in. This one you're not. You're going to feel it kind of springy a little bit. It's spring loaded. So go ahead and put all your coil packs in so you can start putting our screws into place. Now that we have all 4 coil packs in, let's go ahead and screw our bolts in. When you screw the bolts in, you'll want to remember the same thing. You're screwing steel into an aluminum head. So when you screw these down, just get them nice and tight, not too tight. Don't torque down on it. As long as it's snug, you're good to go. Man, you're almost done. Again, when you're tightening this bolt, just get it snug. Now that we have our coil pack secured, we can go ahead and plug this plug back in. When you put it in, you'll hear it snap in. Make sure it snaps in. Next, we're going to install our engine cover. Make sure you align all 4 points in place on those little nipples that I showed you earlier. Once you have them aligned, just push down and it'll snap right in. Alright, can you believe we're all done? Well, not quite done. Let's start it up and see what it sounds like. Wow, sounds like it's got a good idle. It still needs to warm up, but it sounds fine to me. Take it around the block, see how it drives. You should be okay for another 25 to 100,000 miles depending on how you drive and what type of terrain you drive. It's a good idea to write this information down on your Kia Bible, so to speak. Your mileage, what you did a tune-up, change the spark plugs. If you want, you can go ahead and put the type of spark plugs you used. This is real good information so you don't lose track of what you've done to your car. Plus, it's a bonus for the new owner if you decide to sell it. It'll show how much you cared for your car. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was very informative. Please check out my other how-to videos. Oh, and check out my new website. There's new items being put in there every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, hit the bell. Until then, we'll see you at my next video. Bye!